Today we're talking about the Criterion Collection release of Barry Jenkins' The Underground Railroad. So today, let's see if it's worth the purchase. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. I wanted to give a quick thank you to Criterion Collection for sending over the copy of Underground Railroad for me to review for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about everything for this release, from the video quality to the audio quality, the special features, and at the end I'll give a quick review of the overall series. I was really surprised to see this actually be released, as it is a Prime Video series, not a film. This is a 10-episode series that was released in 2021 that is directed by Barry Jenkins. This is an adaptation of Colson Whitehead's Pulitzer Prize winning 2016 novel, and this weaves together historical fiction with moments of magical realism. Cora, who is fleeing slavery, embarks on a treacherous quest for freedom and is menaced by violence, supported by a community fighting for liberation and haunted by the people she loses along the way. Let's quickly talk about the packaging for the Underground Railroad. It is a bigger case than your average Criterion Collection release. It opens up and inside is 4 discs and several episodes on each disc. The first disc has chapter 1 and 2. Blu-ray disc number 2 has chapter 3, 4, and 5. The third disc has episodes 6, 7, and 8. And the last disc has episode 9 and 10. And behind the 4 discs is some beautiful artwork from the series. I like how they did spread out the episodes. The discs don't feel jam-packed with a lot of the special features in each episode. It gives enough space for each disc to feel like it is not crowded. The release is filled with special features, including a 4K digital master approved by co-writer-director Barry Jenkins, alternate stereo soundtrack, new audio commentary featuring Jenkins, and on select chapters, cinematographer James Laxton and lead editor, new graphic adaptation of Genesis, an unfilmed chapter of the Underground Railroad, written by Jenkins and Nathan C. Parker, drawn by Valentine De Landro, with an introduction by Jenkins. The Gaze, a companion film by Jenkins with a new introduction by the director, deleted scenes with a statement by the director, 7 teasers made by Jenkins with a new introduction by the director, Building the Underground Railroad, a short program featuring Jenkins and production designer, discussing the creation of the train station sets, and plenty more. In the release is a short graphic novel titled Genesis that is written by Jenkins. It has a quick introduction by him. It's pretty interesting to read, as it is an unfilmed episode from the series. There's also an essay by critic Angelica Jade Bastine, which goes more in depth with the themes of the Underground Railroad, and it's very insightful. For the release of the series and the packaging, I was really impressed with the additional commentary by Barry Jenkins. You can tell there's a lot of care going into this release and a lot of supplements along the way, including that graphic novel. The presentation for this, the video quality is absolutely stunning. A lot of the scenery, while haunting to watch, it is captured with so much attention to detail. If it's from the set designs of the paint peeling on the houses, or some of the nighttime scenes with the moon shining on our characters, a lot of the scenes really do pop. From the texture of the clothing to the skin tone, everything looks flawless with this release. While I think a 4K would have been nice for this release, I can't think of too much that would have been absolutely different from this Blu-ray release to the 4K release, as everything really does stand out. Cinematographer James Laxton captures the scenery of the Underground Railroad to the fields, the housing, everything in between, as a lot of the scenes are brutal and hard to watch. It is paired with striking, beautiful direction from Barry Jenkins and a lot of great scenery from cinematographer James Laxton. As the series is 10 episodes long, the first episode really sets the tone for the series, the eventual storyline moving forward. It does capture the magical realism of the Underground Railroad in a very urgent, haunting, heartbreaking way, and allowing for that magical realism to pop out with the remaining episodes. The audio quality is really great as well. This is a dialogue heavy series with a lot of conversations and planning for the Underground Railroad. The audio track really stands out when it is our characters fighting for their freedom and having that hope. You have the score that feels very grand, but when you have more of those heartbreaking moments with our characters, the score shifts and it becomes more dramatic. From the train stations to gathering moments, you hear the natural sounds of the series very well, but there is enough of the score and the natural environment that pushes its way throughout the series. Everything is crystal clear in here. You hear the conversations well. So in terms of the audio and video quality of this release, it is really good. The stunning visuals in here, the magical realism pops within certain scenes. The natural environments are filmed well. The audio is capturing all of those scenes with the train station and the gatherings as well. Everything just looks and sounds amazing. Now for the overall series, this is the first time I've watched the Underground Railroad. I didn't watch it when it was released, and I was really surprised that it was a Criterion Collection release, but this is a really just brutal, heartbreaking series that not only Barry Jenkins captures the slavery within this series, Barry Jenkins also captures human connections in a very strong manner. The young girl that plays Cora here has a lot of range, and she has to go through a lot of emotional, very deep personal scenes throughout these 10 episodes, and she captures the intensity of the Underground Railroad and a lot of urgency surrounding her character and a lot of emotion given to her. The magical realism that is accompanied throughout this series gives it a historical look with that realism to it. There's a lot of brutal moments, there's so much emotion to it, but the series is paced out nicely with 10 episodes of just raw emotions. Barry Jenkins really breaking these characters down, understanding human connection in a very strong way that you're invested in this journey and the characters as well. The overall release of the Underground Railroad, the audio and video quality is there. It's jam-packed with special features and enough material inside to really dive deep into the themes of the Underground Railroad. It's a 10 episode gripping emotional series that I highly recommend checking out if you're very curious about Barry Jenkins as a director. You enjoyed Moonlight, you're looking forward to Mufasa later this year. I highly recommend diving into this release. Once again, thank you to Criterion Collection for sending over the copy of this to review for you guys. Stay tuned for more up and coming Criterion Collection release videos from me. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.